The new BMW M2 is on its way. Well, that's according to BMW. They've recently released a trailer for it, teasing from BMW, but I'm going to tell you everything we know about the M2 so far on this generation. So this is the G87. It's replacing sort of the first M2 that was kind of brought to us in 2016. Now, there have been loads of sort of BMWs announced recently, like the M4 CSL, all sorts of editions going through, but I've always felt the M2 was a bit more of the pure driver's car. Now, part of the actual trailer that they released, it's pretty much a useless 36 seconds because it doesn't show any information about the car. I've paused it at the one section where it did, and yeah, you can tell it's got some lights. They look quite cool design, but that's basically it. The car itself, whether or not we'll see it at the Goodwood Festival Speed, something that I'm going to as well in a few months' time. I'm filming this on the 27th of May 2022, by the way. But the cool thing about the M2 is that it's not going to have xDrive. It's not going to have the optional xDrive, which is available on like the M4. It's exclusively rear-wheel drive, which is great. It seems like it's going to have the exact same S58 3-litre engine, which is really good, inline 6, detuned likely to about 450 horsepower, so detuned from the M4, but certainly an uprated one from the previous M2. And from everything that I've sort of read and seen about, it doesn't sound like it's going to have any sort of hybrid tech or anything. It's just going to be a pure petrol engine, rear-wheel drive, available with sort of like an automatic and a manual gearbox, which is cool, and all of sort of like BMW's latest tech, as you'll see in just the normal G87. Nothing different in that side. They haven't got sort of like the money to kind of play with extra things with these cars now because everything's moving to electric. But we've got some pictures of some like spy shots of it. A lot of people have sort of complained about the front end of the M2, not the M2, sort of like the BMWs and their grills. From the spy shots of this one, yeah, interested to know your thoughts in the comments of what you kind of think of it. Yeah, I really liked the first M2 in 2016. I think it just offered that real sort of like muscle car kind of feel. And yeah, it drove all right as well. The rear end of this, just because of the M240, which I've seen, I'm not 100% convinced on, if I'm honest with you, but looks aren't everything. It's going to be interesting just to see how this car drives and what it's like. But there's a few spy shots of the car as well, and I'm really interested to know what people think of this M2, and is it like top of their list, the last of the last really. I can't see them doing anything more with this kind of platform, certainly with a petrol engine and rear-wheel drive. There's just no way. This will likely run for quite a few years and then it will go out of production. So really is this side is the last proper sports car, really, particularly for the masses as well. It's really what BMW have kind of been known for their sporty kind of heritage. And to be able to offer this car hopefully a reasonable price, although I believe it's going to cost anywhere between sort of like £55,000 and £60,000 based on the £47,000 you get for the M240. There you go, it's definitely coming, which is again great news. I said it before when I talked about the Golf R, the 20 years. It's great that they're still making these cars and they're able to offer it. So I'm always thankful, and I'm a glass half full kind of person. But interested to know what you think in the comments of the new BMW M2 in 2023.